Pause for a second. So you had a baby on the way. You decided to do this side hustle, and a week after you started, you quit.
Yeah.
Oh my! You must be hating your job.
Man, I was ready.
Hi guys, I am Danielle Bilumbu Leach. Welcome to Let's Keep It Real Now, and here's my friend co-host Jabbie. How are you today?
Doing well. How about yourself?
I am awesome. And then today I wanted to talk to you about furniture. I know it sounds kind of, no, it's not. The reason why is because we all have furniture in our home, right? We have buy this beautiful home. We have to decorate it. We need to sit somewhere and sleep somewhere and eat somewhere. So we decided to invite a good friend of mine who's also helping me steal some of his furniture to put in some of my listings, and very unique pieces, very different. I have here my friend Alberto Salazar.
Hello.
Great. So he owns a company named Olim Home, and he also provide all of you guys beautiful furniture. So make sure to contact him, and we'll put all this information at the end. But today he's going to teach us about furniture flipping.
Yeah, for sure. Well, first of all, thank you guys for having me on the show today. I was a little pleasantly surprised when Danielle gave me a call. Like, hey, you should come out. I was like, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Talk about this furniture thing real quick. But as far as finding really good furniture at a great cost, you always want to do online searches. Biggest platforms for that are going to be Facebook Marketplace. Also, what's the other one called? I forgot what it was called. There's another one. There's an app for it and stuff. I can find it in a little bit, but you just want to go on there and figure out what you're looking for. I think the more specific that you are to the needs that you want, you can type it in a search bar or something like that, and look for that specifically, because if not, you're just going to be endlessly scrolling through pages and pictures of like furniture. And I think like a lot of things, like you want to see and find things that look like a good value, but people just didn't really take good pictures of it.
Okay.
You know? So it's like kind of blurry, it's a bad angle, but like you see it and you're like, oh man, that might be really nice. Those are the people you want to kind of text, like, hey, can you take a better picture for me and like send it to me? What are the dimensions? Ask like opening questions. The best part about like marketplace and like things like that is that prices are never like, this is what it is,
Yeah.
You can always like negotiate a little bit. Yeah. Y'all know about that, right?
Yeah.
You can always negotiate. Especially if it's been there a couple of days, just like a house that's been on the market, 30, 60, 90 days. You can always negotiate the price. You can see the listings have been there for a long time. And a lot of times, back when I was flipping couches about 2 years ago, I would find stuff for free.
Nice.
Brand
On the
new
side,
couches for free.
are the stuff for free on the side of the street sometime, or?
No. I wouldn't do that. No, I wouldn't do that. But you would go on the website, and people sometimes are in a rush to move.
Oh,
they need to
okay.
get out. And they're like, if you can take it, you can have it, kind of thing,
Yeah.
So you need like, I tell people when they want to get furniture like that, that's a good deal. You have to find a way to pick it up. Like if you don't have a truck, borrow a truck or go get a U-Haul.
Yeah.
You're going to save the cost on the furniture. A lot of people are really skeptical about buying furniture online for the simple fact, like, what did they do to it?
Yeah.
What went on? You don't know the back history of the couch or the furniture that you're buying. As opposed to a store, it's coming from a warehouse. It's boxed up. It's brand new.
So what some of the things that someone needs to look then when you see a furniture online you want to buy, is that it's better to pick stuff that is 100% wood, 100% leather, or?
Yeah, I would say.
How do you value a quality?
I think taking a first-hand look at it is the best part. Is the best thing you could do for that. Just because it costs you nothing just to go over there and take a look at the piece of furniture that you're wanting to buy.
Okay.
Just to check it out, right? A lot of people are like couches. Or mattresses. Do they have bed bugs and stuff like that?
Yeah.
You could tell really quick by the house you walk in if it's gonna have bed bugs or not.
If it's filthy, dogs everywhere, stinky, they probably don't take care of their stuff really well. Just like when you flip a home and then you're like, ooh wee.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, I have some stories walking into houses and like buying a couch, and as soon as you walk in, you're hit with like an odor.
Oh.
Or like you look at the couch and like it is a picture from like when they first bought it. It's not like a current picture of the current state of the couch. I'm like, you want money for that? I'm like, man, you gotta pay me to take that out of here. You know, it's like no. So go just check it out. A lot of people are really open to it. Coming by, I think it's a thing that's just happened a lot during the pandemic, especially is that people are more open to you coming by their places and checking out the stuff that they have.
Okay.
It really doesn't bother them too much, you know. As long as you're coming with a serious mindset that you know you're gonna buy, I think it's all good, you know. So just go check it out, kind of get a feel for it. Like I said, the condition of the house and everything like that will dictate, you know. And for the most part, when I was flipping couches, a lot of people would already vacuum it and have it like ready for me, like to pick up. Yeah, like, oh, here goes my couch, because they wanted to like give you something, you know, that respectable, that was like, okay, cool, here you go. And I would get tons of times, I just cleaned it for you. Like, thanks, you just did my job. But if you're looking for a piece of furniture, like, and you're hesitant about getting a used couch or a used mattress or anything that has like have to do with like fabric and things like that, just check it out. Like, you'll be able to tell pretty quick. Like, all right, this is a good buy or this isn't a good buy. And as far as online research, stuff like that, just make sure you look at the description. A lot of people will go based off of the pictures. They won't scroll down to the description of what they're actually selling. Because a lot of times the couch, the coffee table, the picture frame, they'll all be in the shot. And you're looking at the couch, and they're like, no, I'm talking about the picture frame in the back on the wall. You know?
Oh, okay.
You don't want to waste your time, so you just want to check the description out. There is a way that people have caught on that they'll put like free on the thing, but it's not free. You know, you have to go down to the description, and it'll give you the
free
cost.
delivery.
Yeah, free delivery. That was kind of like my thing for when I was flipping couch. I'll do free delivery. That was my value add. Obviously, you know, I would add that cost to the sale, but I would just put free delivery because I mean, people. It's hard to move furniture, like to pick up, and you have to inconvenience someone else to borrow their vehicle, or hey, can you give me a ride to go pick this up, or you have to spend money at a U-Haul. Like when you say free delivery or free pickup, like, it changes the game because now like they don't have to worry about that. Some people are stressed out, like thinking about how am I going to pick this up, how am I going to bring it into my home. Like people really get worried about all this stuff, and they're like, okay, yeah.
So after you find the furniture and you negotiate with the price, then you bring the furniture home, what you should do in order to get it ready, or there's certain step that you always used to do before when you have the furniture?
Oh, definitely. You want to clean it. Yeah, you want to wash it.
Is this some specific type of cleaning you have to do? Because I'm sure you won't clean it like me. I will clean it, right? You probably do you have extra products? Or
so as far as when it comes to couches and stuff like that, you always want to try to get, unless it's like a designer couch where it's like very expensive, but most couches, you want to ask if the cushions can unzip and you can take off the covers and throw them in the wash. You want to wash them for sure. So throw them in the wash, give them a good cycle, rinse them out, you know, dry them out, and put it back on there.
So it just depends on the material.
It just depends on the material and things like that. Another thing you want to probably do is hit it with some Scotch Guard for your house. So that way, like you don't do any further, like, you know, not damage, but, you know, just to keep it nice and clean and stuff like that. And it maintains the couch, the fabric and everything like that a little longer, because if you spill something on it, it's easier to wipe off. Or if you have pets, like, it's easier to clean the mess if that happens. But, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, really, you know. You
do any specific paint? Have you done paint work to some furniture? Do you restore some of them?
Yeah, so, for instance, if you, like, sometimes you get a really good deal when it's a really nice couch. Like, you're like, man, that's a pretty good couch, you know, like. Probably spent like, you know, $4,000 or $5,000 on that couch, and they're selling it, you know, for like $200-$300. Like, I wonder what's wrong with it.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times they're like, oh, it has a broken leg. Well, man, you know, ain't nothing some nails and some wood can't fix. You know,
some people are expensive like that.
And it's an easy fix if you're willing to put in the time for it. You know?
Exactly.
And you get a really good deal because the couch is pretty much intact and everything is good. It's just, you know, has a broken leg, or, you know, oh, it has it's ripped from the back. They had a cat and ripped it all up in the back. Well, you know, push it up against the wall, you know, so that you're still getting value from the purchase, you know. So yeah.
What led you to get into the business?
That's funny, man. I was working. I was accounting for 10 years, and I worked in the office. And during the pandemic, I just got married, and I had a baby on the way.
Okay.
And like, something triggered me. I was like, man, I gotta figure out a way to make more money.
Yeah.
$60,000 a year ain't gonna do it. You know? So I was like, man, what do I do? And funny enough, you guys were talking about Instagram, TikTok, and stuff like that earlier. I found shout out to Ryan Pineda. He's one of the guys that I listened to his TikTok, actually. And I was never on TikTok. I thought TikTok was kind of like a waste of time. But I was at work. I was bored one day. I was just flipping through TikTok. And he came on. He's like, dude, like the best way to make money is like couch flipping. Like extra side hustle money, right? I was like, man, I could use some side hustle money, you know? So I did it. I went out one weekend. I went to U-Haul. I got a free storage for a month. I was like, okay. So far, there's no cost to this, right? I didn't have a truck or a big enough car, so I asked my brother who had a truck. I was like, hey, can I borrow your truck, you know, for a couple hours? He's like, yeah, sure. And I started searching on Facebook Marketplace, like, where can I find a couch? And funny enough, I found one. It was a specific couch, you know, I was looking for. It wasn't like your grandma's, like, 40-year-old couch that's been sitting. No, like, it had to be something, like, more modern or nice, and had to be like neutral color, had to be like a sectional, because people will pay more for a sectional, right? It can't just be like a 3-seater couch. So all these like little parameters. And when I found one, I found it for like maybe $200.
Wow.
Well, I found it for, I think it was like $300, but I negotiated with. I was like, hey, would you take $200? And I'll go pick it up right now. I have a truck. You don't have to worry about it. And okay, cool. So I drive like 20 minutes to go pick up this couch, and that's my first interaction with buying furniture offline. And the lady had just finished vacuuming for me. I was like, oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And, you know, I pull it out. Surprisingly enough, most furniture doesn't weigh too much. I was a one-man job. Like, I was by myself, so I pulled it out, threw it on my truck. Took it back to my U-Haul, unloaded it. And what I did was I took really nice pictures of it. I took front pictures, side pictures, close-up pictures. If it had, like, some kind of defect on it, like a scratch or, like, some of the maybe threading was, I'll just take a close-up. You know, you want to just be clear to your customer that what is wrong with it, right? And I bought it for $200, and I put it online on Marketplace for like $500, I think.
So you make $300.
Sold in 10 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was like, man. And then literally like, all right, cool. So I threw it back on my truck. I went and delivered it. Like, all this within a matter of like 3 hours, right?
You were
I
done.
Delivered it, and I made $300. I'm like, man. Yeah, it felt pretty good because that was the first time I had made money like without having to like go put in like,
$300.
Yeah, in 3 hours. It was $100 an hour. So I was like,
that's pretty cool.
That's pretty good.
You get paid almost the same price that you pay your lawyer.
Yeah.
When you have a consultation, $100 an hour.
Yeah. It was pretty good, and that's the first time I made money like that, and it felt really good to do it.
And that doesn't feel like it's super complicated. You know, you just find the furniture, and then if there's not much work to do on it outside of cleaning it, and then you turn around and you put it back on the marketplace.
Yeah, the real key picture is making sure you take nice pictures. Yeah. People like, you know, the first thing that attracts them is like how nice it looks, right? That's why when I was saying earlier, if you're trying to look for a bargain on furniture for your house or your Airbnb or whatever, like look for stuff that's a little blurry, maybe, you know, like that might look nice, but it might be off, like. And then you just start asking the question, hey, can you take a better picture of it? Might send in dimensions, stuff like that. So you can get a better picture of it because you'll find a lot of deals. Like I said, I found deals where people were like giving couches away that were brand new. They barely had it for 6 months, and they were giving it away because they were moving out of town. They found a new job. They didn't have time to sit there and like sell everything. So they were just like giving stuff
plenty
away.
of furniture.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Do you only do furniture, or is just do you only do couches? Or couches are the best seller, or
couches is just the highest profit margin for me.
Okay.
We do also furnish Airbnbs. That's like a secondary business we kind of done because like we deliver couches to Airbnbs and like, hey, what else did you got? You know, like, like, let me get back to you. You know, and I had enough people ask me that where it was just like man, there's something here. So I would just like same thing. I just put out some ads out there like, hey, you're looking to furnish your Airbnb. Love to give you a quote, whatever. And we've gotten a few customers that way. And I like those because they're pretty big contracts. I mean, to furnish an Airbnb, like think about it, right? How much are you going to spend to furnish a 3-2 or 2-2, right?
Bunk bed and plenty of bed and plenty.
You're thinking maybe 15, 20 grand to like kind of fill up. Because Airbnb, you're talking about towels, you're talking about silverware.
Oh, you have the whole thing.
Yeah, the whole thing, right?
Do you find that also on deal or you buy?
No, I buy that. Yeah, I buy stuff like that. What I'll do is I just take the pressure off the customer and I'll go do all the shopping, with my team or whatever. So I'll get the furniture, but like if they need like a coffee maker, silverware, I'll get like sometimes I'll have a friend who's like works interior design or that knows about this and like, all right, hey, go shopping for I'll give them a list of things and they'll go shopping for it, So we try to leave it like ready for the photos, ready to go. They don't have to do anything. It's just bam, plug and play for them. Yeah, they can post it and just start getting guests to come in. So it's gone pretty good. We got a couple customers like that and it's gone pretty good. And we'll probably get maybe like one a month. But it's not bad, Like it's something that I didn't even think
about it.
But now it's like it's bringing extra income. Where one a month is pretty good.
So anybody investor out there who has Airbnb, you need help. He's the man. Make sure to call him. He has a whole team and a designer and everything. Yeah. So you come to the house and you provide the full quote.
Oh yeah, the full quote. We'll walk the property and just kind of get. The one thing I do is like if I don't do like I want this couch from this place. I'm like. We'll try to get something similar to that, but we have to work with our vendors and stuff like that. Okay. That provide us the furniture that we can get. So it's worth it to us.
So how did you move from furniture flipping to having your own online store?
Man.
What was the transition? What's the story of it?
Okay, so I always think about it in levels, right? So I did flipping for like a year and it just got really hard because it's a hustle, man. It's a grind.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I quit a week later. I quit my W-2. I told my wife, "Hey, I'm quitting."
Oh, hold on. Hold on. Pause for a second. So you had a baby on the way. You decided to do this side hustle, and a week after you started, you quit.
Yeah.
Oh my! You must be hating your job.
Man, I was ready to go, and my wife was like, "Are you crazy?" I'm like, "I know what it looks like, but just trust me. Like, I got this. Like, just trust me. I can do this." And she was like, "All right." She's gone along with some of my crazy ideas in the past. So she was like, "Okay, I trust you enough." So
supportive wife.
Yeah, supportive wife.
That's a good wife. Who find a wife, find a good thing.
Yeah.
Yes. And about a year into it, like it's a hustle, it's a grind. So I got tired, driving, a lot of driving. I think I blew out the engine in my truck. Like,
wow, yeah, because you were going and you were doing it several times a day, between picking up and delivery and pick up and delivery.
I sold my car, got a pickup truck. Like I went all in, right? And about a year later, I was like, all right, there has to be a simpler way of doing this. So I started looking around town, and Houston has a lot of different vendors. We have a lot of different people, just like businesses here. The city's so big, and I just looked for furniture companies that were willing to wholesale their furniture that they had in storages, or in warehouses. Like, hey, you're not using it. Can I buy it from you? And kind of did that, and I finally found a vendor that I could work with, that the furniture was good price. So I started reselling furniture from other companies, and again, like levels, right? I did that for another year. It was really well. Like my income doubled the first year, and then
nice
after doubling, like from that first year, like then it tripled, right? Whoa. Reselling. So I was like, man, there's something here, right? But I feel like there was a cap. There's only so much reselling I can do.
Yeah.
Like, unless I want to be open up a furniture store kind of thing, right? So I was like, what I really want is a brand. What I really want is to create something to leave behind to my kids and stuff like that. That's what I really want.
You want to create a legacy?
I want to create a legacy. I want to show my kids what it looks like to do hard work, and and so they can see. So that's where we came up with our brand, Olim Home. Olim is my son's name spelled backwards, so my son's name is Milo, and we went with Olim Home Furniture. Yeah, so we started the process about a year ago. I went out to Mexico. A lot of commerce going down in Mexico, like it's called the New China and all this stuff.
So people are doing furniture there, and then you can
Big
just.
China.
There's factories over. It's crazy. So
Do you travel a lot to Mexico to see the vendor
I
yourself?
try to go like once a quarter.
Okay.
Yeah, just to go check it out, see what's going on over there. You know? I teamed up with this factory in Monterey, and they build my furniture and everything like that. And
Even the eclectic one?
No.
This African one?
Yeah, those are cool.
These are
not
cool.
mine. I can't take credit for that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he said he wanted one.
Yeah,
So
we were talking. He was like, dude, I want one of those chairs. Like, yeah, I got you, man. Like,
my favorite one was the blue one.
Yeah. I can get them. I don't make them, but I can get those. Yeah. And so we started making furniture, and it's just so much more of a process. Like the hardest part about building your own company is building a brand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Getting people to love it, to like it, enough to share it, you know. And that's, I guess that's just the beginning. We're just in the beginning stages of this. All this is still new to me. We're just trial and error right now, trying to figure out what works for us, you know. Because at first I was like, man, we got to make something similar to what we've been selling because that's what sells. But then the more I did it, I was like, man, people like a little bit of style, a little bit of difference and stuff.
Yeah.
So we modified from our original version of our couch to like a more modern version of it, to be lower profile, you know, seamless, where it just looks really nice, you know, and elegant, but super customizable and
unique.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
Because sometimes when you go to the major brand here in town, I feel like they're all the same. I don't see anything extra, you know. Sometimes you want to decorate your home and you go to the store, or you see the celebrity on TV. They all have a reality show, right?
Yeah.
And you look at their furniture, you're like, wow. And then when you go and Google it, it's like $20,000. Oh no.
yeah.
But if you have the option to offer very nice look and design and modern and unique pieces at a very affordable price.
So
Got it, man.
right now, it's we're such in the beginning stages that there's so many different places, roads we can go down. Like we have our brand, but we can also like do custom furniture. We've done for a couple clients before in the past.
Okay.
Like, oh, I love this couch from Restoration Hardware or this place. Like, can you make something similar? I'm like, yeah, you know, and it costs them a fraction of the price, you know.
For real? I don't know. I should ask you. I'm still looking for my dining table.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw one online, but it was too expensive. I'm waiting for the sale. I'm waiting for the price to go down.
Yeah.
And then the other route we're thinking about going is wholesaling, like to smaller mom and pop stores or to like bigger chain stores. You know, making our own brand, but not selling direct to public, but more like selling to businesses.
With the
Other furniture companies.
Would the business have to show who actually made it, or would they be able to sell it under their umbrella?
See, that's another way I can brand it as my own and be like, well, this is my couch, our design, and you know, you have the rights to sell it, or we can just fabricate it for them, like, and then they can sell it as their own brand as well.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different ways to go down. It's just right now we're just kind of like trying to figure out what's the best.
So I didn't know the furniture business was working like that. Could you break down a little bit more about how all of that is structured? Because I see a lot of things online, and sometimes you don't feel like it's really here. You don't know where it come from.
Yeah, so a lot of the furniture people make, unless they put like made in Italy or so, it's probably made in China, Taiwan, India,
Okay.
stuff like that. That's what a majority of it is made, and it's mass produced, right? So there's big factories they mass produce these couches, kitchen tables, dining tables, whatever. The thing I like about what we're doing now is like it's a lot of like more like artisanal because they work with their hands. It's not like these big machines, and they're spitting them out at a pretty good rate. But it's pretty cool just to see that, you know, they're taking their time with it and making sure they put the details into it that we want. So yeah, but like a lot of furniture nowadays is made like in these big factories that just spit them out, you know. And quality wise, unless you're paying like 15, 20 grand for a couch. Most of it then is the same
It's
stuff.
the
Same stuff, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same fabric, same like wood inside, you know. You're paying for a name.
Yeah.
So if you go with like a CB2 or part of your barn or I don't know, if you go to Macy's, you're paying for a name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. But other than that, like it's all pretty much.
So that means the margin that people are making in this business is pretty high, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like I see it
One of the
myself. You know, I make an order, and I'm not a big, retailer by any means. We're pretty close to like what is Houston, San Antonio, Austin, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's like our three major markets, and that's kind of where we kind of live. But like you're talking about these big furniture companies, they order thousands of pieces of furniture.
Mm-hmm.
They're paying pennies on the dollar for that stuff.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they're paying.
So that's a good
yeah.
that's a good business to enter.
And they're selling it probably like at 1,000 times what they paid for it. Yeah,
Exactly.
They're making.
So that's why they always have sales, huh?
Because even on a sale, they're still making their money.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they're still
So
making.
if I was to come to you and stated that I wanted a custom, some custom furniture, like what's the turnaround time for that?
As long as you know exactly what you're looking for, to get a prototype and some fabric, a couple months.
Couple of months.
Yeah, it's not too long. You
Okay.
know? Most companies right now online, like especially a couple of years ago, like especially because of the exportation thing that was happening with China, there was a lot of ships just on the sea, and like furniture was. You bought a piece of furniture, you weren't getting it for like 6 months, right?
Oh wow.
Yeah, you were waiting a good minute. But now, like you go online, even now when you go order something, if it's not in stock, then you're waiting a few months. So I think our turnaround time is pretty good. We're in Mexico with my business partner down there. We're actually have a model home there that a friend of ours is letting us use, and they're like, hey, put your furniture in here for free. It works out, benefits them because they're getting furniture in their house, and it benefits us because we're using it as our model home kind of thing. And we're putting a couple pieces out there, and to like show people like the customization that we can do and stuff like that. I feel like that works better over there because the turnaround time on people buying furniture over in Mexico and stuff like that, it's not as fast here in the States. People are buying new couches like every year. Seriously. I have customers that I sold a year ago to that come back like, hey, I need a new couch. I'm like, well, what happened to the old one? Oh, I got tired of it. I want a new one. I'm like, okay.
That's sweet.
Sure. Cool. Yeah, it's just because they're always like, especially a lot of Gen Zers, late millennials, they love renting, right? They don't like being tied down to one place, so they're always
Moving.
new apartment. They want new stuff. They'll sell the old stuff. They get new stuff. So it's pretty crazy. Yeah, people.
That seems
I've gotten a handful of clients that way, of customers. They just call me and they're like, hey, like I need new furniture. I'm like, yeah. What happened to the old one? Like you just got it like a year ago. He's like, yeah, but I moved and I want new stuff in this one, or I want a new color. I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah. I'm glad to help you out. So that's pretty cool. Cool thing that we do with our business is that anytime that we go and set up a couch, if someone wants to they're like, oh man, I really want to sell my old couch. Can you help me move it? I was like, well, if you give it to us, like I'm not gonna pay for it, but if you give it to us, we'll take it off your hands, and what we'd like to do is we'll donate it.
Oh, that's sweet.
To somebody in need that needs it. Home in need, or like if there's like a charity or organization, in need of furniture, like we'll just give it away.
That's sweet. So how many people are in your team? How many?
And we function on a really small team. It's myself. And I have 2 guys that work daily with the warehouse stuff and moving and getting orders ready and stuff like that. And I have 1 delivery guy who does all the deliveries for me in Austin and San Antonio.
In Houston?
In Houston, usually my guys that are here in Houston, they do local stuff. And then every now and again, like I'll come in and help out, I'm not one to shy away from hard work, so I'm like, all right, cool. We're like, hey, we need to do this, and there's so much going on. Sometimes we'll have a house that we're staging, and then we'll have like an order that's gone out, and then we're like, all right, cool. We'll throw it on my truck, and we're gonna go deliver it real quick. I don't mind. So
for those that don't know, I know you really don't talk about it that much, but he can help realtors stage their home at a very nice budget, less than the stager for sure.
Yeah.
If you're a realtor out there or owner, you're trying to sell your property, or you already talk about Airbnb, and then you would like to throw some furniture because you have a room that's a little bit different, and then people will feel some type of way if they see the room empty. He does have some nice piece that he can put and can help you put in there, and you can just call him for pricing. But yeah, he does that for me.
Yeah. I like it. It's kind of a different outlet for us, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do it a lot, but like, you know, I think
It's another avenue.
yeah, it's another.
But that's
avenue,
good because during the pandemic, when the houses were selling like crazy, a lot of stagers started getting out of business because house was selling too fast.
Yeah.
So that's a good venue where you can come in the middle of that and help. Not necessarily because sometimes people don't want to stage because it's too expensive,
Yeah.
but you really offer an amazing alternative, and I truly love that.
Well, for
Yeah.
me, it's like I can house furniture that I have in my warehouse, put it in a house, make monthly income from it or profit from it, and then when I get it back, I can still sell it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I can still sell it. Like, it just,
Instead of being a warehouse
exactly
and collecting dust.
Exactly. And I feel like when like you're smaller like me, like you can't say no a lot because there's too many opportunities out there. Like when you're bigger,
Exactly.
you can say no. Like
Exactly.
I got I don't really have time for that. But
Exactly.
when you're small like me, like all right, cool, I'll take this
But
opportunity.
yeah, one time you staged my home, and one of the buyer came in. They didn't buy my house, but they took all the furniture.
Oh, they did. I remember that. Yes. He's like,
took
I
all
want
the-
that. I was like,
I was like, well,
I turned
what
to Danielle,
happened to
like,
my house?
are you okay with that?
I'm
I'm
like,
gonna leave you without furniture.
but that
cool.
was good though. And then
That's
even
cool.
even
That's
till today,
cool.
sometimes to time when people come look at the house, I had several times people submitted an offer. They say, well, we want the furniture for free, and I'm like, no, that's another price. The
Yeah.
seller won't pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it works out, you know. So, I'm finding opportunities here and there, and it's just pretty cool how God works in everything, and that we're trying to do. So, yeah, I'm pretty proud of where we've come. Nowhere do I think we've made it yet, but I feel like we're on our way. So,
Oh, you're definitely on the way. You're
Yeah,
definitely
you
on
said
the
you
way.
want to make it a legacy for your children to leave to them. So what do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
I really do see our brand becoming a multi-million-dollar brand.
Okay.
Absolutely. Speak it to
and-
existence.
Yes.
I really
Yes.
do. I feel like once we can crack it down to exactly our brand being out there, people getting it into their homes, I feel like it's just gonna do an incredible thing where it's just gonna just blossom and people are gonna love it. It's just gonna sell, and I feel like in a couple of years, I say next 3-5 years, be a multi-million-dollar company.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's claim it. Let's claim it, man.
So Alberto, tell the public out there how they can reach out to you, where they can find you if you're online, and phone number, email, website information.
For sure. So you can find our furniture at olimhome.com. That's spelled OLIM home, HOME.com. And Instagram is the same, Olim Home. And if you want to find myself on Instagram, I'm on Instagram as Tito Salazar, TEDO SALAZAR.
Thank you so much for being here today. Hopefully you
course.
guys learned a little bit
Thank
from
you.
furniture flipping to owning his own furniture company. That's amazing.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Of course. Thank you guys for having
All
me.
right.
Appreciate it.
Hey.
Yeah.
Much success to you.
Bye. Make sure to comment, subscribe, follow us on all our social media. If you need a lender,
Yeah.
Abu is right there for you. If you need a realtor, I'm over here. If you need furniture, Alberto is right there. Thank you, guys. Oh, let's not forget our favorite Alex, who is behind the camera. Bye, guys. See you later.